Hello, my friend, and welcome to your Reiki session. For today's session, we are going to be clearing psychic smog. We'll be covering what that means. We'll be doing cleansing and mental purification. And we'll also be discussing and moving through different preventative measures for making sure that you maintain this clarity. Beautiful. How are you feeling today? Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. The beauty of marrying Reiki with ASMR is it kind of gives you a leg up in terms of the energetic healing. So when we are stressed, anxious, when we're in this very blocked, stagnant energetic state, it can be very hard for the Reiki to flow. There's extra steps that we have to take just to ensure that we're clearing all of those blockages. But the beauty of ASMR is that it's all about relaxation. It's all about inviting a sense of peace and tranquility. Inviting a gentleness, a sensitivity. And so if we can connect with those more subtle energies, it really helps to prime our bodies, our energetic bodies, our mental bodies, our emotional planes of existence to receive this beautiful Reiki healing light. So when you receive these sessions for the collective that we do here, it's a wonderful way of balancing and aligning your whole energy body, all of your chakras. Okay, my love, so I'm going to begin actually with a little bit of eucalyptus. And I want to use this to do our initial cleansing. Eucalyptus, it smells so good. It's like a little eucalyptus bouquet. And eucalyptus is wonderful because it has natural cleansing properties. It's very soothing, it's very relaxing, and it promotes this sense of clarity. So if we want to develop a really beautiful process for kind of clearing that psychic smog, using things like eucalyptus can be really helpful. And you can use, this is fresh eucalyptus that I've been drying, so it just smells heavenly. It has a really fresh scent. I love it. And the leaves are sort of like cardboard. They're at that stage in the drying process. Maybe one of these days I'll show you my apothecary cabinet. I dry all of my herbs in the kitchen, and then in the summer, in the warm months, I have all my herbs drying from my garden, and then I usually grind them up with my mortar and pestle, and then put them in little jars in my apothecary cabinet and use them as and when. But then sometimes in the winter, this winter I decided to get a few different herbs and plants to dry that I didn't grow myself, so that I can have these wonderful herbs as part of my herbalist cabinet. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these out and we're going to begin just wafting this through your aura just to begin that cleansing process. There's a few different types of eucalyptus. Some broadleaf, and then these ones are smaller leaves, and the bracts are, the little leaflets are closer together. But all together it smells wonderful. I think that color is just so dreamy. So we're going to take this and just move it through your aura, wafting through, doing this beautiful clearing and cleansing. And as we do this, if you just want to invite this gorgeous sense of release, releasing what's not serving you. Maybe there's something that's come up for you today that you want to release. Maybe there's something for you that has felt like it's just sticking. Maybe you've got some sticky energy going on. You just want to allow that to just softly and gently melt away. So just kind of wafting it away. Beautiful. I have the selenite wand, and I'd like to use this to draw out any impurities. A lot of this session is going to be focused on pulling and plucking any of these more negative, obstructive kind of thoughts. And then we'll be delving into, once we've kind of wafted away some of this foggy area, that's when we'll go into the depth of this smog, the psychic pollution, what's going on underneath. So we're doing this kind of initial cleansing, that's how you can think of it. So I'm just going to be using this wand, gorgeous selenite wand, to kind of draw out any impurities. And I have this beautiful Himalayan salt lamp here that I'm just casting this into. Beautiful. You can offer up anything you'd like me to clear here. It's a little bit deeper than the eucalyptus could clear, but maybe not the deep pollution that you have going on in your mental plane. So maybe there's a conversation that's been playing over and over again in your mind. You're just ruminating on something. We're just clearing and cleansing things like that. Beautiful. Gorgeous. How's your energy feeling? It feels like the mental plane has a lot going on. But generally, it feels really nice. I think these upper chakras and then the roots needs balancing. We'll get to all that. Good. This has been the rainiest winter so far. Rain, snow, sleet. So hopefully you find that relaxing, that you're all cozy here with me on this beautiful, rainy, stormy night, that we have this time together just to relax, clear, and do some of this spiritual work that is sort of difficult to prioritize when we're, in the usual grind kind of thing, when we're in that go mood. It's nice when we're kind of allowing ourselves to relax and unwind, to really give over to this beautiful, deep cleansing. You know what I mean? Sometimes when we're in the thick of things, it can be hard to say, oh right, I can tap in, I can connect, I can ground, I can release, I can be present, I can accept. When we give ourselves permission, tuning in here means that you're giving yourself permission to think about things a little bit differently, to shift your energy. There's a transmutation that's happening as you're here receiving this. And when you receive these sessions often, it really does shift your energy body. It shifts your ability to self-heal. It's incredible. When we give over to the healing, that's when the healing begins. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to light our candle. We're going to set our intention together. So, I want you to begin to think about what it is that you would like to call in for this session. So when I say psychic smog, psychic pollution, is there something that comes up right away? Some people, when they hear that term, immediately start to feel this deep connection with it. Oh, I know exactly what that is. I know exactly what I want to clear. This is what happens when I get into that state. This is what happens when I'm blocked like that. And then others have a harder time connecting with that. So psychic smog is any of those kind of worrying thoughts that, not worrying, but that, anxious thoughts and thoughts of worry can be part of it, but that worrying hum, that kind of whir of just incessant thoughts where it almost feels like you're being possessed by your thoughts. It all feels like it's not you, it's not your thoughts. It feels like it's happening to you. You feel like there's a shroud around you, this veil that you can't quite see through. And a lot of it can be about just this real disconnection from self and from others. So we want to reconnect, realign, and ground. Those are the primary aspects that we want to call in. So if we're releasing psychic smog, we want to invite in connection. We release psychic smog, we invite in that connection. We release psychic smog, we invite in that grounding. So we have grounding, awareness, connection. And if there's anything that you'd like to call in, maybe you'd like to release fear, so you want to really step into your own courage. You want to step into safety and protection. We can call those in as well, particularly if the thoughts are all about worry, anxious thoughts, projecting into the future. If we're ruminating on the past in a way that becomes obsessive instead of, progress-oriented and growth-oriented, where we say, I did that thing. That wasn't great. I fell into that old pattern. That didn't feel good. I said this thing that hurt someone and I didn't acknowledge the impact it had. That wasn't great. And then we allow that to, shift us so that we can have that progress, that forward movement, and say, okay, I did that. Why did I do that? What was going on for me as I was doing that? What was the impact others were having on me that made me feel unsafe or made me feel doubtful of myself, made me feel threatened in some way, that I felt like I needed to tap into those old kind of coping mechanisms or those old resources. And how can I help myself better in those moments so that I don't succumb to those kinds of coping mechanisms? That's helpful reflection. But when we go into this kind of depressive rumination, or we're just replaying the thing we did, or we're just replaying that humiliating thing or that mistake that we made, or that kind of language starts coming in of, I'm such an idiot, why did I do that, why did that happen again? It's so windy. It's so windy. I feel like that message really resonated with you because that was a really big gust of wind. I think the elements are here to support us. But we want to make sure we're really clearing and cleansing any of that energy, any of those thoughts that pull us into that depressive state, which can be quite paralyzing. And we want growth and movement. We talk about this all the time. In Reiki, movement is an indication of health, and stagnancy is an indication of a lack of health. So a healthy energy body is one that's flowing and moving. A healthy physical body is one that's flowing and moving. So we really want to connect with that idea of movement, shifting, transforming, transmutation, going towards your dream life, moving in that direction, lifting, ascending. The other thing with this, as we light our fire elements, we have the element of air all around us, and wind is such a powerful cleanser. So having this really windy night is really beautiful for this healing, because that wind can just shift all of this energy, swirl it around and just shift. So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered, most aligned self, in loving comfort and in perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session for you, my love, for inviting in connection, focus, acceptance, and grounding, for clearing psychic smog, mental pollution, so that you can embark on this next cycle with this renewed energy, this beautiful, gorgeous, radiant light, and a real focus on the life of your dreams, stepping into your power, stepping into the life of your dreams. If you would like to set your own intention based on anything that you're moving through right now, whatever that might be, feel free to use this flame to do so now. And as long as it's in service of your own and everyone else's highest, wisest selves, we will honor that intention and see it through time and space to where and whenever it's applicable. Setting our intention is half the battle. When we have an intention, we know what the target is. We know where we're headed. And that's so important. So valuable. Okay, feel free to take as much time as you'd like with that. I am going to use a little bit of this Holy Flora incense from the Pure Incense Co. This is the one that's incredibly bright. I'm going to light this off of our candle. And that just preserves the intention that we've set, so that anything we use this tool for, this incense for, will serve that intention. So if we're cleansing with this, then it will cleanse anything that doesn't serve our intention. It will clear that. It's such a strong scent. I really like it. Okay, my friend. Clearing and cleansing. Clearing and cleansing. I'm going to draw the sacred symbol. So as we do this, I just want to share quickly about grounding. This preventative process of what we can do to ensure that we maintain this clarity that we have. And so what that can look like is engaging in a consistent practice. If you can do daily, that's wonderful. The consistent practice of grounding. And this can be just as simple as inviting in the attention to where your body is making contact with the ground. When you're standing, whether you're standing, just being aware of where your feet touch the ground beneath you. Connecting when you're sitting with where your sits bones are connecting with what's beneath you, with where your bottom is touching the surface supporting you and holding you up, and just imagining that that space is glowing with beautiful warm light. Just taking a few minutes to connect with that. You might even envision that roots are slowly just digging down beneath you. Glimmering roots, just spreading out beneath you. Picking their way through the soil underneath you, going into the earth, and recognizing that you are here. You've been given this great gift of life. So starting with that can be a minute or two, maybe 30 seconds of just visualizing these roots, or just focusing on that space of connection. If you're more of a physical brain, you like that kinesthetic kind of awareness, and you don't connect with visualizations, which I know a few of you struggle with. So that's one way to sort of start this process of grounding, and then grounding in gratitude, recognizing what you have, everything you have, shifting your mindset from have to or must to get to. Instead of I have to do the laundry, I have to do this, we can say I'm so grateful that I have these clothes that keep me warm, that help me be comfortable. I'm so grateful that you're doing laundry for your family. I'm so grateful I have this wonderful family that I get to care for, that I get to take care of, that I get to do this for. I'm so grateful that I have this house that I get to keep clean, that I get to enjoy and maintain and nurture. So shifting all of that and just inviting in a sense of gratitude to all of the little things. The devil is in the details, it's all those little things that start to pile up and try to convince us that we're not fulfilled, that we're not content. And if we can shift some of those things, and that are really constant kind of stressors for us, whether we have a lot of traffic on our commute or something like that, for example, and maybe we want to shift that so that we're maybe aiming for a job that's closer to where we live, or a house that's closer to where we work, or maybe taking a different route or leaving earlier or something like that to shift. It's always about balancing these two aspects of what we have in our lives and what we have in our minds, and trying to just find this beautiful harmony. So what we want to do is be open, and practicing gratitude and recognizing where we can help ourselves, and then helping ourselves. So grounding, then gratitude, and then grace, accepting exactly what we have, exactly where we are, as if we've chosen it, as if this is our choice, as if this is something that we have chosen. The world is a magical place. And we're just opening to that magic. Okay. So that's something you can engage with to try and promote that sense of mental clarity. Making sure that we're getting outside every single day. Making sure that we're sleeping. I have plenty of sleep sessions here. I have plenty of relaxation sessions here. Hopefully all my sessions are relaxing here. It's my intention with them anyway. So if that can help you, that's wonderful. That's a great resource, just to turn to this community of wonderful people. There's so many amazing creators on YouTube that are making videos just to help you go to sleep or relax. So use that resource is wonderful. And making sure that we're staying hydrated. That's going to be really helpful as well. So right now, take a few sips of water. Maybe hold your glass every time before I drink or eat. I try to charge my food or my beverage with light, with Reiki light. So just hold the glass in your hands and just set an intention for it, even if you're not attuned to Reiki. Just set an intention for that. I send love into this water. I send light into this tea. Whatever it is. And then doing our best to eat lots and lots of really colorful food. Lots of fruit, lots of vegetables. Just to keep that mental clarity, and sometimes that fog and smog can be exhausted and exacerbated by just tapping the ash off in our sacred ash tree here. I'm looking down. Just kind of twisting it on the little Palo Santo there. Sometimes that can be exacerbated by these different aspects, especially things that cause inflammation like dehydration, lack of sleep, things like that. So if you wanted to, I love taking, having some turmeric with a little bit of black pepper and then some nice healthy fats like some kind of nut milk. You could do coconut milk or something. I love coconut milk. A little turmeric latte with coconut milk. A tiny bit of pepper on top to kind of mask the taste of the pepper, even though I don't think it needs to be masked. But sometimes I'll do just a little sprinkling of nutmeg, a little bit of cinnamon, maybe a tiny bit of ginger, grating some ginger. Keep your ginger in the freezer. That's what I do, and then just grate that on top. It's really nice. It's a little black pepper, a little nutmeg, and a little bit of cinnamon, and then a little bit of frozen ginger, fresh ginger that's been frozen on top of that. It's really nice. So turmeric is wonderful. It's one of the main kind of elements is curcumin, which has just so many incredible benefits. If you look up curcumin, and the black pepper and the fats help to make it more bioavailable. Dark leafy greens can help it to be, integrated into our bodies a little bit easier as well. So things like kale, things like that. If you wanted to make a smoothie with some turmeric, it'd be a great little combination, or a little turmeric shot. It could be really nice. Yeah, all these things can be helpful just for keeping us in our bodies, keeping us in that space. And there's a yoga posture where you basically kneel and kind of gaze upward. My friend taught me when we were doing theater together, and so if we were really tired on a matinee day, we would do that together, just sit in that posture. So you can look up different yoga poses that are helpful in that way, and it's just once you start to connect with that, clearing inflammation and any of that kind of stuff can be really helpful. Okay, my love. So, I'm going to draw the sacred symbols outside of your heart space. I'd love to hear if you have any kind of tips for that focus. You can use things like stimulants like coffee or tea or things like that. I quit drinking coffee last year. Last April. I guess it was 2 years ago. No, last year. Well, last April. Or March or something. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But that first little phase of stopping drinking coffee was, I just wanted to sleep all the time. I found it very tiring. But then after that initial phase of feeling really out of it and lethargic, then I started tapping into this different type of energy. It was much more stable, balanced. There wasn't that reliance on this external stimulus. It came from within. And then I started drinking tea. I have tea in the morning now. I do have caffeinated tea. My favorite tea is Yorkshire Gold. But that phase where I shifted out of it kind of really helped me. And now I have 1 cup of tea in the morning, and I usually don't finish it. It's usually like half a cup of tea. And then I don't have any more caffeine for the rest of the day. I usually have dark chocolate at night, and that, I guess that has a little bit of caffeine in it, but I have that a couple hours before bed. And that new energy that I feel now, it's more stable, it's more consistent, it feels freer because I'm not, plugged into this energy source that's outside of myself. If you want to charge your energy, this is the way you can upcharge. Receptive palm out, dominant hand in, and then place your thumb up, continue thumbs up, and then just kind of charge that energy right outside of your heart space like that. And that can be a helpful way of just charging your energy, just lifting it up. And I'd love to hear how you like to recharge. Is nature your main way? How do you like to kind of clear that psychic smog? I'm going to start with 4 stones that I think are probably the most important. Number 1 is obsidian. Obsidian is the number 1 stone for psychic smog. So if you have any issues that we have talked about through this session, if you're struggling with it, black obsidian, I think, is a great one to have. I also have here some snowflake obsidian, another great one. Both of these stones are very grounding. They're also very protective. So they're protecting your aura, helping you cut through that psychic smog and that mental pollution. So both of these are absolutely wonderful, and I'm going to place these right on your root chakra. Gorgeous. Lovely. The next stone that I would definitely recommend for psychic smog is fluorite. This is an indigo fluorite. And having this stone, especially one that's sort of flat, so you can meditate with it on your third eye. And by meditate, just a few minutes before bed, if you just want to have your fluorite by your bed, just place this on your third eye for just a moment before you go to bed. And you can put it in your drawer of your nightstand and close it off so you don't have that energy kind of radiating into the space throughout your sleeping, because the fluorite is a very focused kind of energy. So this will just sort of cut through that psychic smog. This is a great stone for focus. So if you're really wanting to focus on gratitude instead of all of these negative thoughts that are coming up, cut through that. And this is sort of like the foghorn, just saying like, nope, we know where we're going. There's the lighthouse and we're headed toward that beacon. So indigo fluorite, great stone for this. I'm going to place this right on your third eye. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then the last stone I would definitely recommend is amethyst. The stone of sobriety, mental sobriety, the stone of clarity. It's a beautiful healing stone. And this one in particular, the little points are really small, very close together, so it has this really sharp, poignant energy, so any of that stickiness, you can just comb that away, combing that away. What I'm going to do with this stone is actually ask you to hold it in your palms, like that. So hold this in your palms and just let that energy just waft up. If you want that kind of clarity, it's so helpful to just connect with these tools, these stones that can help you, support you. You don't have to do all this on your own. And there are so many energies, as always, swirling and swimming around you. They want to help you. They want to support you. They're here for you. Gorgeous. Beautiful. So can I place this in your palms? Yeah, just up like that. Okay, gorgeous. There you go. Beautiful. Stone that would be great for this, especially if you don't have black obsidian or any of these stones, is clear quartz. Clear quartz is programmable, so you can intend for clear quartz to take on the properties of the obsidian. And that's really great. Plus, clear quartz it's very purifying, it's very clearing, it's amplifying. So if you're having if you're caught in a negative thought pattern, then I would say maybe don't hang on to this, but to close the practice, to amplify all that goodness, as you're doing that little mudra that we talked about, the gesture. You could do this with the clear quartz as well, placing this in your receptive hand and just allowing that energy to just kind of fall in, like that. But we're using this clear quartz now with this beautiful point to kind of cut through that fog, that smog. Now I'm just going to place my hands just outside of your root chakra to help you ground in all of this beautiful energy, allowing it to flow in. And then we'll seal all this in. Divine activation symbol in my palms. And then hovering my hands outside of your base chakra. Try your best to slow your breathing down, and if you want to invite a smile to your lips, to your eyes, lifting the corners of your mouth, the corners of your eyes. Sending this gorgeous energy all throughout your body. Filling you up. Our root chakra is our first chakra. Starting here, opening up this beautiful channel of light. Flow down. Pouring in through the crown, moving all the way down, pooling in your base chakra. The bowl at the base of your torso. through all that. Cut through the psychic smog. Clear and cleansed. Cleared and cleansed. I'm so excited for this new cycle for you. I'm sending you so much love and support. You're just so wonderful. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative. You are safe. So safe and protected. Okay, my friend, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or your night. Take really good care of yourself. Take good care of each other. And until I see you again,